unicorns, and welcome back to my channel and another video. I wanted to do this video because I didn't do any other video on these products, and I wanted to start with doing this video to share my opinion on this makeup product. This product has been hyped beyond the stars. It's out in the universe, floating of hypeness, because everyone and their grandmother's cousin's dog is loving this product. And I am of course talking about the Morphe palettes eyeshadows. What am I saying? I am of course talking about the Morphe brushes eyeshadow palettes. I have 3 of them. One that I bought a while ago, and then 2 that I bought quite recently. The palette that I first got was the Jaclyn Hill Favorites. I think that was what it's called, Jaclyn Hill Favorites. And it looks like this. I have used this actually quite a bit. I do like these shadows a lot. I mean, if you're in a hurry and you want to know Morphe brushes eyeshadow palettes, are they worth the hype? I'm gonna be totally honest and say yes. They are really good eyeshadows, and the hype is about having this good eyeshadows for that price. I would have bought a palette like this with these eyeshadows and this quality for $50, but not with this packaging. The only thing that's dragging Morphe brushes palettes down is the packaging. It is flimsy plastic packaging, no mirror, which I don't mind the no mirror thing because I never use mirrors in makeup containers to do my makeup, but that's me. But I mean, you're paying for the eyeshadows, and I think they're somewhere between $20 and $25 depending on when you get them, if they have a sale on them or an offer on them, and I paid somewhere in between that for my palettes. And to get 35 eyeshadows that are this good quality for that price, I think that's really good. The quality do remind me of MAC, Urban Decay or Makeup Geek, and they have so many different finishes, from matte, satins, shimmers, glitters, metallic, foils. So I think that for that price this is really good. But I mean, if other companies that are small have good eyeshadows as well, the hype is about the bigger YouTubers finding out about these. I mean, Jaclyn Hill wrote about Morphe brushes, and I mean, literally the Red Sea parted and everybody's like, Morphe brushes, because Queen Jaclyn likes it. And then she ended up doing a palette with them. And this palette has, this is pretty much warm tones, but it's got some purple and green, oranges and some browns, and then pinkies on the end. This has 2 highlighting colors. The only thing that this palette does not have is a black one, so if you're one of those that deepen up your look with the black one, you're gonna need that for this palette. I'm gonna show you the pigmentation of this so you can see, well, what it's all about, and see if you agree with me or not on these being pretty darn good. They look like this. I just picked 4 colors. Let's see where to start. I mean, as you can see, these are really pigmented, and I worked a lot with Morphe brushes, both in the palettes and the single pans, and they blend beautifully. They really do. People were getting totally upset that this limited edition Jaclyn Hill palette was sold out and they couldn't get a hold of it, but I don't know why, because all of those shadows are single pan shadows that exist, that Jaclyn Hill picked out and they put them in a palette. So you can make your own Jaclyn Hill palette today because the shadows are still there. So I don't know what all the fuss is about. If you want to, I can just tell you the names of the shadows and you can make your own palette. You know what, you don't even have to tell me, I will just do it. In the description box down below, I will tell you the names of every shadow that are in the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette from Morphe brushes, and if you want to get them, you can just go to Morphe brushes page right now, go to the single pans, pick them out, and get the palette yourself. It's a bit trickier, but it's possible, okay? It's possible. The palette that I wanted to get the most of Morphe brushes palettes was the 35D. This palette is right up my alley. I love dark eyeshadows, I love colorful looks, and I pretty much bought this palette mainly because of these 4 shadows. I love blues and I love sea foamy colors, and they're amazing. Let me show you a couple. This palette is amazing. This is the best palette you can get for a night out look, but it does not have a highlighting color. So you're gonna need that if you want to do like a whole look, because you won't be able to do that just with this palette. And also it does lack a bit of mattes, so if you love working with mattes, this is not the palette for you. This has a lot of shimmers. If you're into party looks and getting all glammed up for going out, this palette will be your lifesaver. You won't need any other palette in your life. It is amazing. I mean, just look at this. I will swatch the colors so you can see. Oh, those sea foamy colors are amazing. Did you see that blue one? And this purple one is... Do you see why I'm in love with this palette? This is pretty much one of the most beautiful palettes I own, and I only paid like $23 for it. It is totally amazing. I love it. It is so worth the hype. Everybody has been going on and on about the 35O, and the 35O is beautiful. That's the next palette I'm going to show you. But if you're going to pick up another palette and you're like, maybe I should try something else except 35O, get the 35D, because it is absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, amazeballs. So this baby has been causing quite the commotion on the internet. Everybody wants this. This is hyped into the universe. This is like beyond the stars. This is in a whole other dimension of hypeness. Everybody loves this, and it is amazing. I mainly wanted the 35D. That is more my cup of tea. But this is amazing as well. I like this part, the pinky peachy orangey part. This part is mainly brown, which is nice, but I never do like all brown eyeshadows. When I say never, I mean I do, but not so much that I need 10 of them. Let's be honest. So I've mostly been meddling with these shadows right here. This one and this one are lovely peaches. I have these 3 lovely matte oranges? Isn't that like a fruit? Okay, orange colors. These 3 matte orange colors, I did a look that I was so happy with, like a matte orange look. It was so pretty, I was so excited. Today I am having this color right here, the metallic one on the lid, and I have one of the dark ones in the outer V, and I think I have something like... No, I probably have this one, which is probably a dupe for Cocoa Bear in the crease. This is so pretty, it's like a burnt orange metallic. This palette actually has 2 shadows that are really similar in the texture to Makeup Geek's foil shadows, and that is these 2 shadows. They're creamy like the foil shadows are, that you feel like they're almost a bit like oily, creamy. I will say that I think that the Makeup Geek foil ones are better because those don't slip around as much as these do. I do feel like if I put these too high up on my lid, they will transfer. With that being said, I mean, of course if you buy an eyeshadow for $10, the quality is, I mean, it's supposed to be better than if you buy 35 eyeshadows for $24 or $23 or whatever they are. So I'm not surprised about it, but I'm just saying that the quality is good. I get the hype, you get a lot of good eyeshadows for the price, but if you're picky with quality and you want to get the best quality, this isn't the best quality, but this is good quality. I mean, do you get what I'm saying? Okay, so let me swatch a couple so you can see what I'm talking about. Because these are really good. This rusty metallic is really pretty. This is a matte dark orange. This is like almost like a duochrome shadow. This is really good. I am guessing that this is quite similar to I'm Peachless from Makeup Geek. And this is probably a dupe for MAC's Antiqued. I promised you that I was gonna do a dupe video, and I will. I'm sorry that that hasn't been done yet, but it's still like in my mind. I am figuring out the details, like how many dupes do I want to have, do I only want to do eyeshadows and stuff like that. But just telling you right now that all 4 of these are dupes for shadows that I know about, so I will let you know about those things and all the details later on. Aren't these like swatches like majestic? These things make me happy to be alive. So the question was, is the Morphe brushes eyeshadow palettes worth the hype? Yeah, I think they are. They are a really good buy. The hype is all about the big YouTubers like discovering them and making them big. And there are probably other companies out there that make quality products just like these, but they haven't been discovered yet. But I would say that these are a really good product, especially for the price. I mean, you can't beat 35 good eyeshadows for that price, and I will definitely be looking into getting more palettes from them. Everybody's been raging about the 35N, but that is like not my cup of tea at all. It's all matte neutrals, and I'm like, not about that life. So if you have any suggestions, like what should I get? I've been looking into the 35B, is that B Brights, which is more my cup of tea. So what do you think? I mean, what do you think I should get? Give me some tips. Do you have any of the Morphe brushes eyeshadow palettes? Do you have any of the ones that I have? What are your feelings about them? Your thoughts about them? Did you find any dupes within your collection that match the Morphe eyeshadow palettes? I'm all ears. I want to hear about your experiences with Morphe brushes eyeshadow palettes. I do have some brushes from Morphe brushes as well, and I'm thinking about doing a video on like essential brushes as well, and I will mention some Morphe brushes because I like those. Thank you so much for tuning in this pretty short but intense video about my experience with the Morphe brushes eyeshadow palettes. If you have any questions regarding this or anything else, just post it down below, and don't forget to subscribe on your way out so you do not miss what's coming up. And I'm so happy you're here. Thanks for watching. Bye!